will be a great wrestling podcast, and you can believe in that.
I knew he was going to do it. I knew.
This is OT3.
What is going on, everybody? After over a month, we are finally here for episode 16, our wrestling brand extension fantasy draft, however you want to call it. Matt and I are here tonight to finally put this one to rest, considering the draft is next week, and we're really happy that we finally get the stars to align, if you would say, to finally get this done today. And I know it's a Tuesday night. We figured what better way to do it than a week exactly from when SmackDown goes live. So before we get too in-depth on the draft, let me say how we doing to my friends Paul and Matt, of course. It's great to see you guys.
Hey, Anthony, how's it going, man? It's
Going
been a while.
good, Matt.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's been a while.
It has. And you know what, Matt, I'm going to do this to you. The reason why I said I wanted you to let me talk is because I'm going to do what you do to us for the first 15 episodes. And I'm going to give you what you need, Matt. I'm going to give you what you want. And I'm going to give you the gift of Anthony. Drink it in, man.
I don't even know what to say to that. That's just... Jeez.
I mean, I had to do it. I've been waiting since I seen Jericho doing that. Now I even say it at work all the time.
And just like Jericho, you have a stupid outfit on. What did that cost you? $2,000?
No, you're the stupid idiot. What's your... But, Matt, what's been going on, man? How's everything?
Everything's going good, man. I'm still, just been, we had the 4th of July. I think I was, out of town for a little bit. So it's just been, Paul was out of town. So, I mean, we're all finally back together. Hopefully we can get this going week. My job, I apologize everyone. My job's been going through a big transaction. My boss doesn't seem to know when he wants to give me off. I've been fighting for my Monday, Tuesdays again, but when you have someone that doesn't know what they're doing, hopefully he's not watching the show right now. That's what happens. So, so hopefully we'll get back going. Hopefully I have a few things in place that could be coming up soon for me in terms of a career. So we'll see what happens with that.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
Dude. That's good news. I just got back
Paul,
from vacation.
Yeah.
I was at the beach for a whole week. I got tan. We had fun. It was awesome. I was able to relax, no work, so that's always a good thing.
Well, very cool. Well, I'm excited to be back. I know you guys are excited to be back. Let's not waste too much more time. And Matt, would you like to explain the rules, or would you like me to explain the rules and how exactly this is about to go down?
I guess I'll explain it.
Okay.
What's going to happen is we're going to pick first, before we get going to that, obviously we're going to get into Brock Lesnar. I want to talk Brock Lesnar a little bit, maybe get a little Raw. So we'll talk that. So after that, we'll get going with the draft. What's going to happen with the draft is we're each going to pick 10 superstars. We're going to go back and forth, just like a regular, just like any kind of draft, back and forth. We're each going to pick one tag team, one NXT superstar, and one women's superstar. The thing with those can be anywhere. So basically, we have a total of 13 picks. Now, the 3 I just listed, the special picks, you can pick those out of any time during the 13. So if I would pick an NXT with my 3rd pick, Anthony could very well just wait to the last pick to use his NXT star. But that's the mystery about it. You don't know when Anthony's going to take it. So if I wait one more extra pick thinking it's not going to happen, my guy could be gone. So that's the beauty about it. First of all, also, Dean Ambrose will not be selected as he is a WWE champ. We don't know about the SmackDown champion if they are going to have one, so we'll get into that more when we find that out next week. Then all the New Day members will not be included since they all seem to be able to defend the tag team titles. I don't know what's up with that.
Freebird rule.
Yeah. Charlotte will not be up for grabs, and neither will Samoa Joe as the NXT champ. Now, the NXT superstars, we've heard a lot of rumors about people coming up. If one of our guys from the NXT that we select comes up, then we will get to select a new NXT member. Now, once we go off the air, me and Anthony are going to do a little text messaging back and forth, and we're going to put even more draft picks on air. I think I'm going to try to do a total of 20. We can try to run through the list of superstars and whatnot. So that's what's going to be. I will post on the Facebook what the rules will be for me and him. This is the first season we're doing it, so we're just going to do me and him for now. So we're going to see what happens. And I'll post, like I said, not the rules. I'll post the point system. And then after every week, I'll post an update on who's winning, who's not winning. So, Anthony, I guess you want to go ahead and discuss Brock Lesnar before we get going with the draft?
Absolutely. I know I don't like... Paul, are you seeing any kind of lag right now on your side, or Matt? Sorry to interrupt for the viewers. With me? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, maybe with you more so than Matt is right now, at least.
Okay, perfect. I just saw it on my screen, so that's why I wanted to just see how we were
Now,
looking on
in the
that.
background, you're going to hear Brock Lesnar's theme. I'm going to do a little bit on my cell phone because, Paul, I should have told you about that earlier. Sorry. Unless you can pull it up real quick.
The
Theme for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar theme.
Yeah, give me
Yeah,
a second.
Yeah, pull it up.
yeah.
real quick while we
We'll talk about it a little bit. Impressive, man. 5 years out of the octagon.
Speaking of impressive, did you see the way he looked? He looked like he was.
Oh, he looked in great shape,
He
man.
looked better shape than he was in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be in a different kind of shape when it comes to UFC. He proves it time and time again. The guy is just the physical. I mean, you heard him saying that he is the best combat sports athlete in all of the world when it comes to sports. I mean, he's a phenomenal athlete. He has freakish talent in everything he does, and it's not like he's a young kid. You know, he's 39 years old. He's been out of it for 5 years, and he came back and he beat the number 8 ranked heavyweight in the world. I mean, Mark Hunt too is a guy that's known for his knockouts. I know everyone was like, "Oh, Hunt's going to win," and people were writing that it was this huge shock that Lesnar won. To me, I wasn't that surprised. I don't know about you, Matt. I thought going in, I thought Lesnar was going to win. I really didn't even expect it to go the distance, but Lesnar's conditioning looked well.
There it is.
So I was very impressed, and I'm very happy to see that Lesnar won. And you could see like he looked genuinely happy to be back in there. So I'm hoping maybe he works out something and maybe has another fight down the road. I'm not saying he should get the title again, in the UFC, because I think he wants to stick around WWE. But maybe get another heavyweight fight and fight another guy in the top 10.
You could tell he wants to fight. And I tell you what, if he fights another one in the top 10, and what you hear in the background is his WWE theme song, if he fights another guy in the top 10 and wins, he deserves a title shot. Now, the problem with that is, let's say he's still under contract to WWE. Does Dana White really want to give a title shot to a guy still under contract? Because it seems like when they interviewed Dana White, it seems like he wants Brock to fight again, but he brought up, the contract has to go through Vince. So if you're Dana White, obviously, they just sold for $4 billion, but he's still the president. Would you give a title fight to a guy who's in the WWE? And if that does happen, and let's say he's going to run, let's say Brock does both, does Brock ever showcase the UFC championship if he wins it on WWE? Do you let that happen? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, or vice versa. If he's the WWE champion at the time he's at does he show up with both titles every time he shows up to one of them? Do they cross promote that much? I think that would definitely.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Speaking of cross promote, how cool was it to see a SummerSlam promo video in a UFC? Did you ever think in a million years you ever see a WWE promo in UFC?
Absolutely not. And you know what? That just goes to show you what kind of time we're in right now with this, and it's revolutionary stuff. Brock Lesnar is becoming a big deal. He already has been a big deal, but now it's like what he's doing right now is becoming a bigger deal because he's allowing these two worlds to cross even for a little bit, and it's a win-win for both of them. Because a lot of people, don't really watch WWE, and a lot of people there's that select group, just like with everything, that don't watch either or the other. But when they find out, oh man, I love watching Brock Lesnar on WWE, let me go check that out. And then the UFC people are like, oh man, Lesnar was a monster at UFC. Let me check out his match at SummerSlam against, against Randy Orton.
And now at CO2, you have CM Punk.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of diehard CM Punk WWE fans that are going to tune into this, and I'm intrigued by it. Now, I was one of the guys who actually did buy UFC 200. This is probably the only one I bought in a while because I think the effect of just Brock Lesnar was on it. Silva got added to the card. This was a great card for the UFC. And also, I think Vince needs to take a page out of this UFC and maybe start realizing, women can headline stuff as well. We've already seen Bayley and Sasha Banks headline something. Maybe it's almost time, especially with this Diva Revolution, maybe a women's could headline a pay-per-view. Now, I don't see it happening with Vince, but you saw the fight at the end with was it Nunez and Tate?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that headline, and I thought the headline was supposed to be Brock versus Hunt. Then they changed it to the fight.
It was supposed to be
Jones
originally
and Cormier,
and then they moved Brock and Hunt to co-main event.
Oh, okay, it was co-main event.
Yeah.
So maybe you could see a page from WWE. Maybe they can start learning from each other. So this is going to be very interesting to see the way it goes, and I would literally love to see Brock back in the octagon. But speaking of Brock, Is there any way he can lose to Randy Orton after what we just saw? After, I mean, can you imagine people watching UFC and being like, did he just lose to Randy Orton? But then also you look at the other side, a win could be huge for Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Goes both ways.
That's kind of where I'm at right now, and that's the other thing that they're talking about. I mean, I saw Daniel Cormier wrote something, which he had kind of, he said, I wouldn't use the words he used, of course, but he said, why are we having Brock face Randy Orton? I'm really excited about the match, so that's not an issue to me.
How cool
but they're
is
saying
that
he
for-
should be going for the title.
How cool is that for a UFC champion to come out and say Brock needs to be WWE champion? How cool
Yeah.
is that?
Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing is they realize Brock is a huge box office draw. I mean, he made $2.5 million
The most in
purse
history.
for the fight, the most in history to
Now,
fight
you
Mark
know who's
Hunt.
gonna have a problem with that? I'm waiting for McGregor to come out and say something.
Yeah, and I'm sure he will. But you know what? The last time I saw McGregor on my screen, I saw him getting knocked out. So
True. He
not
also
knocking McGregor.
skipped out.
McGregor's an awesome fighter. He is. He moved up a weight class trying to do something. I got respect for him.
What the hell? Paul, that was a fail. Oh, okay.
So, it's just that's the way it is on that. And I'm a fan of Brock Lesnar, whether it's in the ring, octagon, whatever he's doing. I'm happy to see his success, and it's helping everyone around him. And as you saw multiple times in a press conference, they're like, "What's next for you in UFC?" He said, "All I'm gonna say is right now I know at SummerSlam I'm facing Randy Orton, and I admire that. He didn't sit
Pretty
there and be
much.
like, oh, I'm under contract here, like try to, and everything he did, from the fight, the post fight in the octagon, which I had a lot of
Oh
respect
my
for what
God.
he said.
How much humble has he gotten? From the kind of guy you see in WWE to when he spoke at the post, I'm like, this isn't the Brock Lesnar WWE fans know. I mean, the way he was humble.
Yeah,
I mean, the last time we saw him, he said he was going to go drink some, what was it, Miller Lite and get on
drink
top
some
of his
Coors
wife.
Light and get on. Yep.
And now it's like he's, saluting, especially saying he was repping Canada, but he showed tremendous patriotism.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
100% agree with you. And like I said, not touching too much more on that. I look forward to seeing what he does in the future with UFC. And if he just stays in WWE, you know what? At least he had that one last fight that he wanted and went out on his terms and didn't go out being injured and not really getting it. He fought a great heavyweight, and he went out with a win. So
How much
I was
money
happy
did
to
he
see
make?
it. 2.5 million.
The most ever in UFC history for one fight.
For one fight. Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? He brought. They said that it was the best they've ever done at the MGM Grand for a UFC pay-per-view. They had I forget how much money they made, and pay-per-view buys was a lot. And you know what? The next day, they sold UFC for $4 billion. So I mean, the stock was definitely up. Now you could say it. I'm not going to say it's all Lesnar, but there's definitely a correlation to Lesnar showing up. That his draw. 6 weeks out. Not even, right? Was it even 6 weeks out before UFC 200 they announced him, or was it 6 weeks?
It was something like that. It was like close.
Yeah, right.
A little bit over a
So
month.
he didn't have much time to train. Hadn't been in the octagon in 5 years, and the guy went in there and did what he had to do. So I mean, it definitely was a smart business move on him and on the UFC, and WWE for that matter.
Was the fight good? I didn't see it.
Yeah, he dominated for the most part. The second round, Hunt tagged him a couple times.
People said he just stood on top, but Brock was a collegiate wrestler, and that's what you do. I hate when people say he didn't knock him out. It's mixed martial arts. It's not boxing. It's not kickboxing. It's mixed martial arts, which is
and-
wrestling, boxing, and kickboxing.
I mean, he
and
was
that's what
laying
he
some
did.
hits on him though, man. He was
Hunt's
pounding on
face
him
was
when he had him
messed
down.
up.
Yeah, exactly. And Lesnar said it too. He's like, I got a shiner, But that was Lesnar's big thing is he couldn't. Before they said that he didn't have a strong enough chin, and he was taking some shots. And this guy's a knockout king, Hunt. So he stood in there, and like I said, can't say enough praise for Brock Lesnar. Really can't.
All right. So let's go from
Talk
Brock.
about Raw.
Let's just touch on Raw a little bit quick. First off, next week we have a WWE Championship match, Ambrose versus Rollins. Also, Shane McMahon is going to announce his GM for SmackDown next week since he was just announced as the commissioner of SmackDown. Stephanie was announced as the commissioner of Raw, and I guess you go ahead and tell people what WWE app did by accident, probably.
Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. I didn't physically see it. I just read that it was leaked. So, I mean, there's no physical video, picture that I saw that someone, screenshot or anything. But supposedly, it was leaked on the WWE app that the SmackDown GM will be named as Daniel Bryan. I, for one, am 100% okay with that. I think it's a great way to continue the Shane and Stephanie storyline, and it's going to continue the Authority versus Daniel Bryan because my idea is that Triple H is now going to be the Raw general manager. And I think it's going to organically just write itself, and eventually it's going to build up to Shane and Triple H having a match or something of that nature. But it's definitely the Shane and Stephanie angle is going to continue. How long it goes for is another story. And if we actually see Daniel Bryan as the true general manager of SmackDown, if that's announced next week, which would be great, we'll see how that pans out. But I'm very excited to see that Daniel Bryan's getting involved somehow again.
Yeah, I like that. Then also we had, I guess for once, WWE was trying to copy TNA and had the New Day visit the Wyatt family compound. And I'm sorry, it did not come in comparison to the Hardy versus Hardy match. I tell you what, I'm gonna
I
touch.
knew you'd come, Brother Nero.
I'm gonna touch a little bit on TNA. That was an incredible match. I haven't watched TNA live in a while. They did a great job of holding off on this match until Tuesday. No spoilers were out. I was intrigued by it. You got to see the alter ego a little bit, the Willow of Jeff Hardy, and the ending to that match was just, it was, first off, I want to know how Jeff Hardy didn't catch on fire from the way he fell down, because it looked like he fell right into the fire they made. But it was a great, I guess, ending to the rival. And I loved it. And WWE saw it, and they saw it was the biggest thing on the internet. People were praising it. I think Jericho even came out and said he praised it. He thought it was great. And then WWE's like, oh, hey, look, let's try our own thing. Let's do the New Day versus the Wyatt at the compound. Wasn't the same effect. The big thing was at the end with all the people in the mask and I guess the buzzers or whatever, the lighters. And then apparently something, I don't know if it was WWE tweeted, Bray Wyatt tweeted, but they tweeted a woman wearing the goat mask. Now, are they starting to advertise Sister Aberdale more, or I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Did you ever see that?
I watched it last night.
Did you see the Sister Aberdale thing, the little tweet that showed like a woman in
No, I didn't
in
see
the
it.
goat mask? I would have to find it.
But I was okay with it. Like I said, I actually went back and watched it. And to your point, too, that TNA Impact on Pop was their highest rated one. And I think it was one of their highest rated impacts in a long time. But I don't know if you saw, too, now Impact's going to be moving back to Thursday nights with SmackDown going to Tuesday. I think there's a correlation. They're trying to say that they just wanted to go back to their normal nights. But NXT also, if I'm not mistaken, am I right? Did it get moved to Thursdays?
I believe Triple H said he's moving it to Thursdays pretty much as a try to crush them is what pretty much, he's not going to come out and say it like that, but.
Yeah, no, so we got that going on, but I was impressed. And you know what? This Matt Hardy character, I know me and you have gone back and forth about we didn't want to see him as a champion, but he evolves a lot and changes his character, and this broken Matt Hardy gimmick is going really strong. I was really impressed with watching it. Like I said, when he was playing the violin in the ring and sitting at his house playing the piano, all of that stuff, and with the Brother Nero stuff, I think it's hilarious, and I thought it was very good, and it was, for a change, I was actually intrigued to watch Impact and see what was next between the two of them. So I'm excited to see, because tonight it's supposed to be Destination X, I think.
Yeah.
And supposedly he's saying it's tonight is like the final deletion or
He's
whatever.
going after TNA, I guess.
Yeah.
It is.
So he's saying he's going to make sure that Jeff's completely written off type thing and what's going to be next. So I'm excited, man. It's a good time for them, and I hope that they can continue to play out on that, because they don't have bad, talent there. They got good talent.
It was a storyline that was starting to hurt them, but
Yeah.
this was a great storyline. And
It was.
you know what? Watching that match, I kind of went back and started watching some Jeff Hardy matches in WWE just because I wanted to. And I really missed the guy. I wish he would come back. And I think we can both agree, and I told you and James this in the text, I think the best Hardy match, and probably the best ladder match or Raw Championship match ever, was that Hardy-Undertaker ladder match. I think a couple weeks ago was 10 years to the date. And you know what? There hasn't been another WWE title match like that on Raw that's really intrigued someone. The way Jeff just... It's hard to gain Undertaker's respect, storyline-wise, and he did there. And I wish Jeff would come back to WWE. I really wish he would get one more run. I hope, what happened was, the whole rehab, drugs, I hope that's all in the past, and I hope he comes back eventually.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I think that would be great, and hopefully he does. And I know me and you, I'll speak, and I'll say on my behalf, at least for this, I was like, where have I seen Matt and Jeff before? Oh, yeah, WWE 6 years ago, 8 years ago. I'm happy that they did it, and I'm happy that they ended it the way they did. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'll say, I'd like to see where it goes next. Hopefully it plays out that he continues this broken Matt Hardy, because it's definitely been interesting to watch how it's going to play out next.
See how we did that segue there?
Yeah.
All right. Also, one other thing on Raw before we get to the draft. Darren Young is the new #1 contender for the IC title. Me personally, I love it. I'm glad the guy's finally getting a chance. I feel like he's a great talent. I think he was great with Titus O'Neil, and I'm intrigued by this. I really hope he. I really would like to see Darren Young win a title. I believe. I correct me if I'm wrong. Would he be the first? I know because Pat Patterson did it after he was not wrestling. Would he, if he wins a title? Would he be the first openly gay wrestler to win a major title?
Yeah, I mean, besides, like you said, Pat Patterson wasn't officially. Right.
Would he be the first openly?
To my understanding,
I would
yes.
say yes.
Because
And that'd be great. I think
unless
that'd
you
be
count,
great.
I think there might have been one other, but I can't remember
Or
who
was
it is.
Orlando Jordan not in
Yeah,
WWE,
I was
though.
gonna say Orlando
Not in
Jordan was the
WWE.
only other person. Yeah,
But
that I could think of.
I don't think he was in WWE. I think he won. What did he win? A tag title or something?
Yeah, I think he was when he was in JBL's cabinet. I think.
I don't think he was open at the time. Then I think Darren Young,
Yeah,
the
no, he
first one
wasn't.
that actually came out and openly said it.
Yeah, he's
And I
saying
think
it
it'd be
before
great.
he wins. So, yeah, it would definitely be interesting. A lot of stuff happened on Raw. I'm excited to see this resurgence with his new song of Zack Ryder. Hopefully, this isn't like a one-match thing with Rusev and then it's done again. I liked that song. I don't know if you had ever heard it before, but I had heard it like 3 years ago when he first, maybe not 3 years ago, but I had heard it a while ago when they first did it, and I thought it was so much better than what he had because it just had like a better feel to it when he comes out. We call him a loser?
No, is that it? How's he do the Long Island thing?
Long Island IC. You have to do LI.
LI?
Yeah.
Okay.
LI, yeah.
Sorry.
So, yeah, so I'm intrigued by that too, and then they just announced today, I don't know if you saw it, but the Wyatt family versus the New Day will take Battleground is shaping up to be an awesome pay-per-view.
Who turns heel?
Xavier.
You think? They've been
Yeah.
rumored now about Big E.
I think Xavier is going to walk out, unfortunately. I think it all, but that's the thing too, and that's why I'm excited to see how this draft pans out, because how is it going to play out for these matches are taking place after the draft,
So it should be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting to see, and maybe they add implications to one of the matches already taking place, So I'm intrigued with that whole entire card. And how does it play out for Roman? We really haven't talked about his suspension. Does it play out? I mean, they're trying to say they're going with this redemption storyline, which I think is
They had a whole video. They canceled that because it got leaked. Vince was pissed. First off, I don't see Roman winning the title. I think Roman, as punishment, is going to actually get the pin. He's going to be the one who gets pinned.
Oh yeah, he is.
At this. And I think they're going to move in a different direction. There's rumors going around that Vince is off the Roman train now because of this. He felt embarrassed by what Roman did. I mean, it's all leaking out now that they tried to cover it up. They knew it before. The last Money in the Bank, they knew all of it, and they tried to cover it up, but it just couldn't. They couldn't sweep it underneath the rug. So I really do believe we're going to see, much as it hates me to say, because I like Roman, but I think we're going to see a Roman downfall, and he's going to have to try to fight his way back up. And it may be maybe a year until we see him back in the title picture again, because right now Vince is very high on AJ Styles, they say.
Yep. I don't know if you saw this, but I didn't know it was this. This was back before they chose Roman to be like the next top guy. I don't know if you saw it, but did you see who it was between?
Roman and who? Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Did it get stuck?
Oh no, right before he says the big thing. Let me test and figure it out. Sorry people, technical difficulties with Paul, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. I
There we
hear
go.
you. Sorry about that, guys.
We
That's
can't hear
okay.
we can't see you, but we can hear you. There we
Here
go.
All right,
comes
well, you
that.
can hear me.
Okay,
I'm coming
so
up slowly but surely.
Okay, so who was it between? Roman and
It was
who?
actually between Roman and Big E.
Welcome back.
I don't want to speculate on why they went with Roman. I know Vince's policy with
Well, they said he ended up going with Roman, but that Big E was, and now that they're saying with this New Day possibility of the split up that they're talking about, that Big E is going to get that monster singles push.
good. I think he should. I think he's a great wrestler. Big E, he's a better version of Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Bobby should have gotten a bigger push than what he did, but I think Big E has more talent than Bobby. And I think it'd be great for Big E, and I hope Kofi doesn't get lost in the shuffle.
And that's what they're saying. Even
don't-
Xavier, I could see him in a mid-card title. I don't think that either. I think maybe Kofi, he's not going to win a world title, but I'd like to see him at least in a world title match at some point.
Yeah,
because
because the last time he was
he's
supposed
earned
to be
it,
in
man.
one, he got knocked out by Edge.
Yep.
That
So I'd like
pissed
to
me
see him
off.
have one shot. You know what I mean? At least in the matches for a feud with someone. They've done it with plenty of guys. Ryback had it, never won it. At least he had those string of matches with Cena and Punk. You got to give him one of those. He had that great feud with Orton a couple years back.
That was
Kofi.
great.
Yeah, they kind of missed the train on that one, or bus, whichever you prefer.
And then Vince came out, they saying he's very high on AJ, and now he wishes he had signed AJ, 10 years ago. But the problem was, you look back 10 years ago, too many top superstars. AJ would have been lost in the shuffle. I think this is perfect for AJ to come in now, because now he can be that top guy with a lot of people saying, with Orton, Cena supposedly taking it part-time now, he can be that guy. So, talking the draft, I think it's that time, Anthony.
Yeah, I think we're ready. Paul, we're going to let you do the honors. One last thing, actually, before. I'm going to ask this question to you.
Yep.
Are we doing, if I take Rusev, you automatically get Miz, or if I take Miz, you automatically get Rusev, or is there a possibility that one of us...
We're going to save those to the very end, and we'll flip a coin for that, and whoever gets the coin right, they get
What if I wanted to use one of my picks on them?
No.
That's garbage.
No, sorry.
I'm not leaving this a chance just because you don't want Miz on your show.
I don't want Miz on my show. I hate him. I don't like the Miz. Don't like him. Hate the guy.
Why? Because he's awesome?
Yeah. So Paul right now is going to flip a coin. Anthony, I'll let you call it. It'll either be heads or tails. If Anthony wins, he gets the first pick, and he gets to pick what brand he wants.
Okay, so winner chooses the brand and the pick?
Winner chooses, or should we do the winner chooses either the brand?
Winner chooses either the pick or the brand. You got to at least give someone a lucrative.
And then
here,
also at the very end, I'm adding this right now. We get to pick a legend GM. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to be the GM, but just for fun, who we would love to be as GM.
Are we? All right, I have something we'll add at the end that we'll do for fun.
All right,
It'll just be a little question for me. So, Paul, you're going to flip the coin, and I'm calling it?
Go ahead.
That's right.
How do I know you guys didn't put it into cahoots before this? Since,
That's true. Good point. I don't have an answer for you.
All right. Well, at least now hearing that, at least I feel okay if I end up getting screwed here. We calling it the OT3 screw job.
Right.
If I get taken out of this pick, so
I can set up a camera real quick. No, that's all right.
No, I trust you.
I have a quarter, heads or tails.
Right now, to the viewers at home, even though we're not seeing it, he's showing us both sides of it.
That's right. That's right. All right. So, do you guys who wants? How do we?
I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call tails.
Okay. Anthony's gonna call tails. Matt, your heads, and then what does that mean? Heads.
The winner chooses if they want the first pick or if they want to choose what brand they are.
Okay, gotcha. Is that fair, Matt? Yes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So Anthony's gonna be tails. Okay, I'm gonna start to spin now. Everybody ready? This is so exciting.
Here we go. The flip of the coin.
Let's see. Here it goes. I turned it over. I'm peeking. Heads. Oh.
Ah! I knew it.
Yeah, it was a legit flip. It went about 2.5, 3 feet up in the air. Caught it. Flipped it over on top of my other hand, and there you go. Heads.
Well, you know what? I didn't want to be in this position, so Matt, go ahead and choose.
I want the first pick.
Okay. Do you have a preference on what show you'd rather be? I really don't have one.
Nope. Take whatever you want.
This is tough. Am I taking the show knowing that Shane or Stephanie is in charge, or I'm just taking the show?
It's your show. You take whatever you want.
All right, well, then I'm going to take the juggernaut that it's been for over almost 20 years. I'm going to take Monday Night Raw.
Okay, that works perfect. All right. So here we go. The draft starts now. Like I said, we can take any NXT, tag team, or women's wrestler throughout any of the 13 picks.
Right, and only one tag team after that, they're broken up.
Yep.
Correct. Now, let me ask you one last question. Sorry to interrupt. Say I take my tag team at the 5th pick, and you don't take yours to the 9th. Can I start breaking tag team ups before then? That's on you, right?
Yep.
Like if I take whoever, say I take the Usos, and then the next one I say, okay, I take Bubba Ray. That breaks up the Dudleys for you, and even if that was going to, it doesn't matter, right?
Yep.
So it's all.
Yep. So I would have to quickly do that before I do it.
Just so
that's
the
why
viewers
it's a strategy.
know.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I thought long and hard about this.
I'm so sick if you take the pick I don't think you're going to make right now.
First I was thinking about someone else, but then it came out that he's thinking about doing part-time and everything, and I can't have a part-time guy leading my show. So I'm going to go with none other than the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, to headline my show.
Come on!
I'm going with the man. I'm going with AJ Styles, the phenomenal one.
Is that who you were gonna pick, Anthony? Is that
No,
right?
I had another pick, but I did want to take AJ with the next pick at least.
Oh, by the way, we're doing it like a snake, so you would get back-to-back picks. We are doing it that way.
We're doing a snake? No, just
no. Okay, right.
Yeah, not on this. Yeah, no, it's 1 for 1.
All right, go.
Do you want to give any more explanation of why you want him to be the future face of your company at 37 years old?
He's got momentum. great. He may have won with help from Cena, but he's already had a couple world title matches. The sky's the limit for this kid. And at 37, I believe he can run my show for quite a while. I think he is the phenomenal one, and I think he has all the power to be my champion on SmackDown if chosen.
Fair enough. Well, before I make this pick, let me have a quick drink of water here. With the first round pick, the guy I was going to take number 1 overall, whether you took him or not, and it's actually the shirt I'm wearing since you so assumed that it was your friend, your favorite wrestler, John Cena. I'll show you now. Never shuts up. You can't see me. Mr. Seth Rollins is my first round pick for Monday Night Raw.
Not bad.
Okay, what's your name?
The Undisputed Future, under 30 years old. Already a 3-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. 3-time or 2-time?
2-time.
2-time. Okay. That's Roman. That's a 3-time. 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Has great match after great match. Might be the best wrestler in ring, and he does awesome promo work.
I'm going to debate with that with my
next pick. Might be.
You're going to kill me on my next pick.
Oh, no. I know who you're going to. Were you going to take Rollins second if I wouldn't have taken him there?
Nope.
Wow.
I got my next pick already lined up.
I messed up then.
If you're ready to hear it.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear it at this point because I know who it's going to be, but I'm very happy with Seth Rollins to lead Monday Night Raw with my first pick, and it's your turn. Go ahead, Matt.
All right, so I started off with the heel because heels are great. So why go away from a heel?
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm going to go with the face. Oh, I know who it is, too.
I don't need a face. You know what? I'll pick a face maybe next. But why go away from a heel? Why not go with the guy who came out and hashtag beat John Cena on his first Monday Night Raw and became the Kevin Owens show?
No!
So
that was my next pick!
Welcome to SmackDown. I can't wait to see the heel feuds you have with AJ Styles, which I think are going to be great. So, Mr. Kevin Owens, welcome to SmackDown.
Nice.
Wow.
Fight, Owens, fight.
Matt, I want to do something to spite you so bad right now for taking my guy. And it's just what I'm going to do, because if Raw's going to be built up to be the number 1, you got to start it with an empire. And my second pick is Roman Reigns.
Oh, Roman.
That was great.
There you go. That's what I wanted.
I'm going to take Roman Reigns and continue the Shield feud between him and Rollins going forward. Both under 30, both great prospects. You took AJ and Kevin Owens. Those are my second picks, respective. If you took one or the other, didn't pan out the way I wanted, so I take Roman because I know he was next for you in the next few. I'm sure.
Oh, he was up there, but that's fine. Now you may have screwed up my draft strategy, maybe just a little bit. Oh Jesus, Paul's on point today. So let's see. I have 2 heels. I need a face. I need someone who can possibly help these heels maybe get to the next level. God, man, you put me in a loop here.
That's what I plan to do. I'm here to make. Do you see this coat I'm wearing right here? I'm not here to play games. I'm here to make business decisions.
So I'm thinking about this right now, and you know what? Said I wasn't gonna do this my first pick, but at the 3rd round, you can't pass him up.
Too good a value.
Got to take John Cena with my 3rd pick. I need a face here. I think heels, especially young heels or newcomers like AJ, they always need some guy to help put them over, help them get to that, and Cena can do that. So John Cena, welcome to SmackDown. And plus, you know what? I'm the second brand of the company. I need a top guy there to help my brand get to the next level and compete with Raw. I'm even going to admit that. So John Cena, welcome to SmackDown.
I respect that. And you know what? I really was going to wait. I was going to wait a little bit longer on this next pick. But I'm going to make sure that I get the best possible pick that I can for my team. And I'm going to assure that your ratings aren't going to be top level. And my 3rd pick is my tag team. And it's a tag team of Gallows and Anderson.
You son of a... You just
Welcome the club.
You just had to separate them.
I'm not here to make What? I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy. Go ahead, Matt. What am I?
You're the
I'm my
guy.
second round pick. I'm the guy.
You just had to separate them, didn't you?
Yeah, like I said, man. Paul, you understand this is a business decision.
Oh yeah, this it's not personal at all.
It's not.
It's business.
All right, I can I can
Strategery.
respect that. That's very smart. You made sure that I didn't have any kind of a big faction on my roster, which I'm okay with that. So you took your tag team, which means now you can break up my tag teams.
Correct.
So
Which kind of forces your hand.
it does force my hand, but I'm not gonna do that.
Excellent.
You can take away my. You're not. So you know what? I'm gonna go with my NXT guy. And you may have taken the club away from AJ, but you're not taking this guy away. Mr. Finn Balor is coming to SmackDown.
I like it. I like it. And I knew you were going to go there. The bulletproof Balor Club's in the house. I'm going to go right back to the 4th pick in my draft. And I'm going to take the Eater of Worlds. I'm going to take Bray Wyatt.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. Ooh, that was good. What's your reason behind Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt, I think with the split brand, I think might be the most beneficial out of all of them. I think that he's finally going to get that world title run that he should have already had before the split brand. So I'm excited to see it.
Did that break up a tag team, or did you do that already?
No, it didn't break up
really.
a tag team. Are you
Okay.
looking? Am I lagging a little bit? Is that what you're looking at?
A little bit.
Okay, that's what I thought. I don't know what's going on with my connection tonight.
Yeah, that's strange. It looks like you're
Uh-oh, I lost Paul.
No, I'm here. I
Paul?
was just listening.
Yeah, like I'm still talking over there about Bray Wyatt, like on yours. It looks like.
That's so weird.
Yeah, my voice is fine though.
Yeah, your voice sounds fine. It's keeping up with the conversation at least, so that's good.
The video's not keeping up though, huh?
Right. Hopefully it'll
Fair
just
enough.
kick back in though.
Yep.
Fair
Just
enough.
stay
As
perfectly
long as
still.
we can hear you, that's what's important, I guess, right?
I guess
right.
so.
Hey, wait, we're just a podcast out of someone. Oh, there he.
I did that.
Okay, we're just a podcast
Continue.
out of someone's basement. We're doing good for that.
That's right.
All right, so Anthony, you can hear me?
Yeah.
There we go. That worked.
There he goes. Back in sync.
So I'm going to continue my youth movement, and it's time to get another face of the company. And I give this guy a lot of crap because he doesn't seem to get a lot of wins, but he's a young up-and-comer, and I could really use a great time feud to begin my brand. And I'm taking Sami Zayn.
With your 5th pick.
My 5th pick, Sami
Holy
Zayn.
mackerel.
What is it? Are your guys' plans sound like they just got all twisted up and turned around, and you guys are just kind of like free picking at this point on the fly?
Here's what happened. I'm going to be honest with you. My draft board, I had Rollins first, always, with Owens and AJ as my next 2 picks, whatever order it would come in. I didn't expect Matt to go AJ Owens first and second.
Mm-hmm.
I expected Matt to take Roman in his first 2 picks. So when he did that, I said, hey, I'm not going to let Roman slip to him as much as I don't like him. I know the kind of, the money he's going to draw. So I'm going to take Roman on my show, and then Matt's going to have to change. Now, what I did by taking the club earlier as my tag team, even though I wanted to wait, he lost out on the club, which is a huge faction right now that came over from Japan and New Japan.
Uh-huh.
And they're on TV together again, reformed. So I said, you know what, let me do that. My idea was then maybe, I know Matt's probably going to take Finn, but if he doesn't, I'll take Finn and then reform the club with Finn as their leader. So now we're kind of just breaking up any kind of possibility of this and that. Now, what Matt did, though, by taking Owens was continuing a feud we've seen and we're done seeing, which was Zayn and Owens.
Uh-huh.
So I'm okay with that.
Nice. Oh
But
man,
that's been a feud for 10+ years,
if you guys
even before WWE.
it's how many picks are you guys in now? Was that
This
number?
is the 5th pick right now.
Okay, so that's okay. So we're up to the 5th pick, and I already can't wait till the upcoming year when there's actually more. There might be more people involved.
Oh, this is
in
going to be
this.
great.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
My 5th pick,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go with the face to continue to build my roster, and I'm going to go with the Swiss Superman, Cesaro. I think he'll be a huge addition to the Monday Night Raw team.
Oh, are you guys following the chat at all?
I am not, but I will be now.
What's going
It
on,
looks
Paul?
like Vincent is on there. James, thanks everybody for watching. And they're going back and forth, and they had a couple of suggestions for you guys, or they have still. And James wasn't too happy that Matt took somebody or something like that.
Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Vince is telling you to take Nakamura.
That was probably who I was going to take. I just don't need to rush now because you already took Finn.
Yep. So I'm in the sixth round, and I'm thinking, I can't. Oh my God. I'm gonna go with my tag team now, and I'm gonna go. Anthony, I have a question for you.
I'm here.
How you doing? And I'm gonna take the up and coming Enzo and Big Cass as my tag team for Raw for SmackDown.
Yeah, boo him. There you go, Paul. Do it again. Boo him again.
Well, both of them going cheers and applause. How about that?
All right. So you took your tag team. We both took our tag teams. We're getting them off the board. With my sixth pick, I'm taking a man that's on his way back, and a man that's going to be a huge, huge addition to the Monday Night Raw roster. I'm taking the Apex Predator, the Viper, Randy Orton.
All right, I like it. I like it. That's a big. That's a.
How long has Randy Orton been in the biz?
In the WWE, 2002, same as Cena. They both came up. It's actually very. Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Batista all were in the same developmental minors group.
Nice. Wow. All
They
right.
say that might have been the best four that ever came up at the same time. And they also had Shelton Benjamin, who hasn't been he was a great wrestler. He just wasn't in the top of the the main event like they were.
Right.
But he was also there. So those four though alone, that's probably the best four I've ever seen come up at the same time
Gotcha.
and have that much success.
All right, I'm gonna start the seventh round with a bang.
James, look at that. Paul, I don't know if you saw that, but James asked for hashtag Paul for president.
Nice.
So I'm gonna go with the big one here. It's a big guy. It's the guy. It's the beast incarnated.
Beast incarnate.
Incarnate, whatever. Oh,
You
I
can't
messed
take
it up.
that stuff.
Oh,
Now you can't even have them.
No, I can't.
We're not going to
Suplex
hashtag beat up John Cena. We're going to hashtag beat up Matt Shipe. That's what's going to happen here in a second.
coming to SmackDown. Brock Lesnar.
You can have that pick, man. You have him what? Now you got him and John Cena, both part-timers. So you enjoy that.
I'll go with that great because when they have matches, they're gonna make me some money.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you on that. You know what?
You know what's gonna be the best about this is when my SmackDown guy kicks your Raw guy's ass at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hard.
How many guys? How many
go with
rounds are
that.
we going? I'm just curious.
That was the seventh, right?
This is your seventh.
This is
round
my
pick.
seventh pick right now. Ooh, man.
We're going to 20.
We
many-
are going to 13.
No, well, 14 if you include the IC in the US.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. Those will be the last picks. And I feel like since you won the coin toss, that's garbage. I'm not calling that. I don't want to have to call another coin toss.
I'll call it.
Yeah, and then you'll win too, and then I know who I get.
Yeah, you can admit.
That's garbage. I wanted to use one of my picks on those guys.
Sorry. Go ahead with your seventh. Come on, we're waiting.
I've gone back and forth, man. Do I want to go with a young guy? Do I want to go with one of the older guys? It's tough for me, and I'm looking at my leaderboard here of who I got so far. And you know what? I'm going to go with him because I know that he's going to be an awesome guy to have, and he's very, in my opinion, I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm going to go with Alberto Del Rio as my seventh pick.
Oh, Vince thought you were going to take Sheamus.
I thought about it, Vin. I was close.
All right, so that brings me to the eighth round. And, it's funny. You went with the tag team first. I went with the NXT. So I'm going to go with the women's.
Don't you
Steve
dare
Bruce.
do what I think you're going to do. I'll leave the show if you do it.
I'm taking Sasha Banks.
No, you can't do that one. You know that's my favorite.
That's too bad. She's in that women's title.
That's garbage. I knew I should have took her.
So,
All right, buddy.
so it's getting downright dirty, ladies and
heated.
gentlemen.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I
This is
really didn't
intense.
expect you to do that.
Sorry, buddy.
I know. I respect it, man. I'll give it to you.
Gotta do what I gotta do, right?
Well, I mean, it helps me because now I don't have to wait. My last 2 picks can be the Diva and the
That's
NXT
fine.
person,
That's fine.
which
I'm
is
making
fine.
sure
I
I
mean,
get the best.
you got quality picks. You got quality picks. I'll give you that. But by you doing that, you're also passing up on other guys that could be helping you along the way. And I know that's fine. That's fine. I know. I hear you saying it all over and all over again. And you know what? You want to talk about getting young, right? And getting these young cats to come up. Let's continue that. And I'm going to take someone I think is going to be a future world champion.
He doesn't get his pick.
And we're going to take Apollo Crews.
All right. Apollo Crews in the books.
Oh, you writing these down too or something?
No.
Okay, cool. Just me.
Should I be?
No, I got it. Oh, I just messed up Apollo Crews' name.
We can always go back to the videotape to review.
Well, no, I'm posting every pick on Twitter as it happened.
Oh, okay.
This is garbage. Sasha. Damn it.
Oh. And the chat room
Right.
goes crazy. I can't believe he took Sasha.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, that was you. It's good drama. It's
So with
it's
the
good for
ninth
TV.
pick,
I'll tell you that much.
the ninth pick, I seem to have. Let me see this. Heel, and that's, I only have 2 heels. I really could use another heel, and I want to take a big heel away from you. I don't want you to have a chance to get this guy. And I'm not a stupid idiot for making this pick, by the way.
Oh, no.
I am going to take Y2J Chris Jericho.
Ah, that was my next pick, man. I should have took him instead of Apollo.
Who's your
I
next
like it.
pick now?
My next pick, I'm going to make the right pick, and I'm going to choose the show-off, Dolph Ziggler.
You mean the guy? Oh, you mean the guy who's a jobber now for all the new people?
He won't be a jobber when he comes to Monday Night Raw.
Oh, shots were fired there.
What
Hey,
was
you can't
it?
say that.
Did you say a jobber?
Yes.
Yeah.
A jobber? What is a jobber?
Someone that constantly just gets put in matches just to lose, basically, for lack of a
okay.
better term.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're getting up there with superstars now.
Yeah, I still got. Hey, man, that was pick 8 or 9.
That was 9.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I still got 2 more regular picks. Oh no, 3 more regular picks, and my 2 Diva and NXT person.
Well, I'm gonna take someone that someone suggested you should have taken, and you messed up by not taking, and I'm gonna take Sheamus.
Okay, you can have Sheamus.
That's fine.
You can have him.
So who
And
you taking?
I'm gonna go with someone that you're not thinking about. And spoiler alert, I read that he just returned tonight for a dark match. And I'm gonna take the man that you forgot and the man that Gravity forgot, and I'm gonna take Neville from Monday Night Raw.
You know what? I like that pick. I have no problem with it. I like it. I'm looking at the list here of superstars. I see him on there, but you just forget about it because he hasn't been around.
Yeah. Who you got, Matt? We're at round 10?
11th round now.
11th round. Oh man, we're getting there.
Okay. So it's the 11th round. We're getting towards the end here. Looking for superstars. So I got a guy in mind he's a monster. He's a monster of a guy. A lot of people are scared of him. What just happened? Oh, we just lost Anthony.
I'm back. Hello.
We got you back, Anthony?
Yeah, this dang feed. What's going on with this tonight?
It's the lag. It's because all the people on Pokemon Go are lag and everything else.
It's garbage.
That's right. The networks are going down, man.
So I saw with your 4th pick, you took Bray away.
Yeah.
I hate to do this to you, but I'm
fully expecting you to break the Wyatts. I'm okay with that.
I'm taking the Black Sheep and Strowman.
Good. I wanted you to do that.
Why is that?
I don't. I'm not necessarily. I want the Wyatts to be rebranded. I was hoping you would do that, and I'm happy that you did do that. To be honest.
And who are you taking now?
I'm gonna be safe here, and I'm gonna go with the NXT guy that I wanted to take, and I'm gonna take the man that Vinny told me to take earlier. I'm gonna take Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nice.
I like the pick.
I love that name, man. Great name.
You know, we literally only have 3 pits left. 3 pits.
Not
So
even.
the chat
You
room
said
is
13 picks, right?
Well, this is the 12th round. This one, what we're doing right now.
Yeah, so we have 2 picks left because the 14th round is just the.
Oh yeah, well.
Yeah. And you picked your guy. You're just picking singles guys because you picked all your guys. I have a diva left, and then I have.
No, that's it. Yeah,
I'm
just
saying
Diva.
I have a diva and then 1 pick. You have 2 straight pick.
All right. So with this pick, I'm taking another member of the Wyatt family. That's I believe is going to come back very strong. And I believe,
Thanks a lot, James.
I'm not reading the chat, by the way. I don't have the chat up. I'm going to take Luke Harper for my next pick. I believe he's going to have a great singles run when he does come back, and I'm gonna go with Luke Harper.
Hey, I wanted to ask too: is the video okay for everybody right now? Are me and you both showing up? Because I can't see Paul's on my screen, so I just want to make sure we're good.
I see you on the thing.
Paul's? Okay.
I can see.
Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure. I figured it was just my connection, so just. All right. Well, I'm going to keep my last pick of interest to the last one because we all know I had to pick a diva, so I'm going to pick my diva now, and I'm going to choose Paige.
Oh, that's cute. You're keeping Paige and Alberto Del Rio together.
Yeah, I want to. You know, I want to make sure they want to stay on the Raw brand.
So Matt, who are you? If Anthony's Raw, you're what?
I'm SmackDown.
SmackDown. Gotcha.
All right. Well, I'm glad you made that pick. Because now I can take someone who I thought you were going to take, but you didn't. And I'm very happy this guy's lasted. And I'm very surprised he's lasted to this final round. I'm a little upset that he did. Because I believe he deserves to be drafted higher. And I'm taking the lone wolf, Byron Corbin.
I thought about him. When I took Apollo Crews, I really thought about it. I kind of regret that Apollo Crews. But you know what? I don't because I needed that young guy to continue my youth for some of these guys that I have.
Okay. Now here's your last official pick until we get to another flip the coin crap.
I want to ask you, Matt. I don't know if you're interested. If Paul's, do you guys want to extend a couple more picks? How you feeling?
Well, you guys are at 13. Go to 15.
Yep, this is 13.
All right,
We'll go to 15.
Okay.
We'll
So
go to
one
15.
more, and then we'll make 15th the title one.
We'll do 15, and then we'll just do the title one as 16
Okay.
per se. All right, good. So now we can get a couple more in here.
Okay, with that, we probably won't be doing one off the air because I think we got enough people to help us out going here.
We'll do more off the air probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Or we'll do it. We won't do it tonight because I know we both. I'm sure you have stuff to do. So
Yep.
I'll let you get to what you got to do, and that'll be that.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, you got to give me a second because I'm making sure I'm not missing anybody on this next one. I want to make sure that this is a star pick
You definitely
for
have
the
to.
brand.
It's these. You just got notice that you're gonna have 2 more picks, so you got to choose them wisely.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. And finding out that we're not going to be able to take certain guys is definitely a little rough, but I'm going to surprise you with this pick. You know what? But I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Long Island Iced Z. I'm going to take Zack Ryder.
Matt,
Now, folks, you may see me like taking a while to draw up things because I'm writing everything down. I'm tweeting everything out right now as we do them. You know, like with normal, what everyone does, all the big time people. So just bear with me.
Are you what does this sound like? Oh, that's the ocean.
Okay.
That's the ocean.
So you took them with that pick.
I took Zack Ryder with my 13th pick, which means we have 2 picks left each.
Okay, we're getting crunch time here.
Yep.
Are you guys
You know what? I'm gonna surprise you with this pick. This guy just signed another WWE contract as a wrestler, but he's also the COO of the company.
Oh, you can't take Triple H. Come
Why
on.
not? Why
He's
not?
in charge.
Yeah, but he's still.
Then I'm taking Shane. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Still is an active wrestler. He signed another contract. Why can't I take him?
All right, you want to take him? That's fine.
You know what? Just for that, now I'm not. Now I'm gonna get in your head.
No, to take him, because I'll take him next. If you don't take him, how do you like that?
I'm gonna take Triple H.
Take Triple H, and you know what? Now that we're doing that, I'm going to take The Undertaker.
Oh, I like it.
That's cool. You have someone who has 1 match a year. That's fine.
And you know what? He'll bring better ratings than anybody on your show.
That's funny. So did you guys go over how you guys are gonna score it, or how?
Yeah,
it's...
we did. I gotta find the message. I may have actually lost that one, so I'll probably come up with the similar scoring. But it's all gonna be worked out, and I'm gonna post it on the Facebook. So everyone watching the scoring will be posted on Facebook. Everything goes. I'm gonna update everything every week after watching Raw and SmackDown and everything.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
So,
Also, if you have someone who's in a tag team, but you only have one of the members, if their tag team wins, it counts for them. But they'll get bonus points if they make the pinfall. You good with that, Anthony?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
So they'll get points with being in the tag team, but they'll get a little like an extra one for getting the pinfall. Is that good with you?
I'm good with it. Sounds good to me.
So we're gonna do something like that.
So what is this? Is this number 15?
This is it.
This is the last round.
Then the little flip the coin one. Man, it's hard. It's hard to think about this one.
I'll be honest. I'd rather forego my last pick and just pick who I want out of the two champions.
No, because you know what? It never said in the rules that we had to do one diva. Any active superstar.
Correct.
I'm gonna take Becky Lynch. I'm gonna take my second diva.
I respect it. And with my last pick, I'm going to take someone that I've told you many of times. I mean, unless we're saying that we can also take another NXT superstar, because in that case...
Oh, I mean, that would change my whole thing. You know what? For the last pick, take whatever you want. I'm fine with Becky. I'll stay with it.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah,
I can go with whoever I want?
I
Yeah.
love this. This is getting awesome. All right, go ahead.
Ooh, man. You really... I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I may have changed my pick up now. I mean, can I go back and think about it or no?
You want to change Becky Lynch?
Because that really changes things if we added that in.
I'm just saying, you said originally we were just going to take one Diva, one NXT. I'm okay with you keeping your Diva if you're giving me another NXT guy.
Well, can I take mine back and pick whatever now?
I don't know about that. After I pick, yeah, you could choose whoever you want.
All right, I'll do it after your pick. That's fine.
I could do that. And Becky Lynch goes back into the pool.
Yep.
I'll take that. That's a fair deal. I respect it.
All right, who do you want?
Oh, man, like I said, man, I was not expecting you to do that. I was expecting you to be like, no, you can't do
Here,
that.
you know what? That makes it fun. The 15th pick is whatever you want.
A wild card.
Wild card, and
There
you
you
can
go.
get the first pick.
Wild
I'll give it
card.
to you since you came up with the idea.
All right. Man, you're putting me on the board here right now, man, and I'm just not. I don't know if I'm ready to make this pick. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know I'm going to forget somebody if I do it wrong.
Well, how about, are you guys ready for your, what's the next
Let's
thing?
do
you
the
have?
coin flip. Let's do the coin flip. Yeah, while I'm still thinking about it because
All right,
I'm
give me
sweating
some
it out
time.
over here right now.
All right.
All right. Am I calling this one?
Yeah, heads or tails. Wait, hold on. What's up for grabs here? I'll assign the
U.S. and the Intercontinental title.
Okay, U.S. is heads,
Root. Yep. Okay.
and yeah, U.S. is heads.
Okay, I'll take the Intercontinental tails. All right, go ahead, flip it. I'll take whatever it is. Come on,
Okay.
be heads.
All right, let's see here. I'm going for
Heads
the
is
flip.
the U.S.
Sorry.
Wait, no, wait. You're doing heads is the U.S.
US
It's not that you pick.
Nope, heads is
Okay,
U.S.
so if it's heads, it's yours. Tails is IC. Okay, so heads is U.S. Tails is IC. Whatever happens, you get.
Yeah,
I get
you-
the opposite.
Yep.
Do you want to
Okay,
do it that way, or do you
cool.
want to get the
No,
choice?
let's do it.
No,
That's
I like
fine.
that way. I like that way. That
Okay.
makes it fair. That
That's
way I
fine.
don't get to choose who I want.
I hope it lands on tails, baby. Give him Miz. He loves the Miz.
All right, here we go. Ready? And get ready to flip. It goes up in the air. Flipped over and tails.
Yes! Take it! I get Rusev Machka!
Oh no, that was supposed to be a ding ding.
All right. Now,
Now,
Anthony, go
last
with your
question
pick.
before. Is it any? Could it be any? It could be a team from NXT too, or only one individual?
You can pick a team you want. Anything's up for grab. Tag team, NXT,
All right.
women's.
Well, then
everything.
my final decision, that's because it can't be a champion, like you said. With the 15th pick, I'm taking the former NXT Tag Team Champions, the American Alpha, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan.
Nice.
You know what? I really like that pick.
That sounds like a great pick.
And Matt, the floor is yours for the last pick.
Now, this may seem like a wild card pick to a lot of people, only because he hasn't debuted yet on NXT.
I
But-
know you're going to take.
I'm going to go with the former member of Beer Money. I'm going to take Bobby Roode as
It
my
factor.
last pick. Okay, so now We'll do our celebrity GMs. If we got to pick as a GM, that we get to pick. Do you want to do it, or do you want me to go first and just keep with me going first?
Go ahead. You could choose your GM first.
Okay. This is a guy who I think he's a great wrestling mind. Just went a little bit off when he was with another company. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say it the way Vince said it. Eric Bischoff.
Nice.
Running SmackDown, huh?
Yep.
All right. I've gone back and forth a couple of times here of who I'm going to go with. And I've thought, do I want a former general manager? Do I want a true, legend of the wrestling world, a former world champion? What do I want in my pick? And it came down to these two. And my final decision is I'm going to go with the icon. I'm going to go with Sting to run Monday Night Raw.
Wow. I like that. That's a good one. I like it.
Is
I
Sting,
really-
is Sting still a big part of what's happening? No,
No,
no.
he's
This is
kinda-
the general managers. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's not wrestling anymore. He got hurt, so he's done.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
So, everyone, that is our first ever 2016 Fantasy WWE Draft in honor of the brand split, which is happening 1 week from tonight, live on SmackDown, the first live SmackDown in a very long time. Anthony, what do you think about your selections?
I'm pretty happy with it. There was a couple picks that I wanted. Maybe we'll talk trades. You never know. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
We could do trades.
Yeah, we'll talk. We're not going to make anything happen probably right now, but I'm pretty content with my roster. Like I said, top to bottom, I like the style I got here.
So
One last question.
Go over your roster one more time, just
Okay.
or whatever.
Are we going?
after
You want me to do my whole roster and then Matt does his whole roster, or you
Sure,
want to go
yeah.
pick for pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just yours, all your
Matt, go ahead.
What?
your roster.
He wants to know your whole roster. He just wants to hear it again. Who you got?
So I took AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, John Cena, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Enzo and Cash, Brock Lesnar, Sasha Banks, Chris Jericho, Sheamus, Strowman, Luke Harper, Byron Corbin, Triple H, Bobby Roode, and The Miz.
What was that last one? Say it one more time.
The Miz.
Oh. I got the Bulgarian brute, baby. Does that mean I get Lana too? Because this is fantastic.
Yeah.
You get Maurice.
Win-win. That's so funny. All right, Anthony, what's
got-
yours?
All right, so mine with the number one pick was the Undisputed Future, Seth Rollins. Matt's favorite, the Roman Empire, Roman Reigns. To break up the club, I took Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, Apollo Crews, Dolph Ziggler, Neville, Shinsuke Nakamura, Paige, Zack Ryder. Even though he's only going to show up once a year, I'll still take the ratings. The Undertaker, American Alpha, and then my United States champion, Rusev.
Nice.
All right. So
And now, Matt, before we go, I want to do this. Now, I know you're going to be like, oh, this is too hard. Anyone in the world that doesn't wrestle for WWE right now could have wrestled for him formerly, could have never even stepped in a WWE ring. You're choosing one guy, blank check. Who you bringing in?
No boundaries.
Like I said, it could be a former guy. Like if you want to go with an angle, it could go with
Andre
you could go
the
with someone that's
Giant.
never wrestled before in the WWE. Who you going with?
It's interesting.
Trying to make it realistic too. Currently still wrestling, at least in some shape. And it could be someone that's been released recently. Like if not saying you're going to, but if you want to go with Sandow.
you know what? We talked about him earlier in the show, and for some reason, I just love what he brings to wrestling. The high flying, the things you can do with him. He's over with the fans, and he's a great draw. I can't believe I'm gonna bring back a former guy, but I'm gonna bring back Jeff Hardy. I
respect it.
like what he brings to the table.
All
What
right.
about you?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the comments that James put, and Shelton Benjamin crossed my mind. I didn't take him, but it was a couple. I like Ricochet a lot too. I'll give you that too, James. But I'm going with a guy that I've always liked, and this was really hard for me because I was between two guys. I really wanted to see Cody come back, but I feel like it's too soon since he got released, and I feel like it just wouldn't make sense. So the pick I'm taking is someone I've been calling back to come back to WWE for years now. You could call him whatever you want. You could call him Mr. Tuesday Night Delight when he was on ECW. The Shaman is sexy. You could call him Johnny Mundo. You can call him Johnny Nitro, but I like to call him John Morrison to return to Monday Night Raw.
I love that. That's a good one. So that's it. I think that's all that we have. Like I said, tomorrow we'll send some. Between now, the rest of the week, me and him will send some more pits back and forth on who we're gonna take. Like I said on Facebook, I'll post up the point system, and then after not starting next week, next Raw is when the point system will start, and after I think Battleground's next Sunday, right?
Right.
After Battleground, I'll post up the new point system. The problem is, let's say Dean Ambrose, Charlotte drops her title. Let's say Dean dropped the titles to Seth Rollins. Do you want to go where you will get Dean since he switched to your guy, or do you want to get to pick? Obviously, you probably would pick Dean anyway, right?
Dean would have been one of my picks without a question. I probably would have took Dean second.
But I'm saying if Dean would drop the title to Seth and Seth would be out of the rotation, you wouldn't let Dean go to a free agent, would you?
How about we do this?
If someone beats them, just switch them out.
If whoever gets the other champion, if they end up doing a champion that is my guy or your guy, we drop either the Undertaker or Triple H for that person.
That works. That's fine.
So if Dean ends up being the champion, say Dean loses the title to Seth Rollins, then I would keep my roster, right? Or no?
You'll drop Taker and pick up Dean. Well, no, because then you'd be short.
It would depend it would depend how the title works. Because if Seth wins or Roman wins, and then another guy on my roster wins, then you'd be without a title altogether. Yeah. You see what I mean?
How about this? When it comes out, we'll figure it out.
We'll work it out. Yeah, but I think that would be if it's that easy, we'll just do Triple H and Undertaker drop for Ambrose.
Okay, that works.
But if it's my call, I would love to grab Ambrose now, whether he's champion or not.
Bojo KOs. He says each of you should pick an announcer.
Can I pick an announcer?
Go ahead. We'll both pick an announcer. You go first.
By God, I'm taking good old JR.
Okay. You know who I'm taking?
I know who you're going to take, and I was going to take him.
The most enthusiastic guy there is now, Corey Graves.
I was going to take Corey Graves, but you know what? It's not Monday Night Raw without JR.
There you go. That's right.
All right. Well, I think
we're going to make Monday Night Raw great again.
Yeah. Is that going to do it for us?
I think that's going to do it. I don't think we can officially announce when we'll be back yet. When next week?
I won't know my schedule till Friday, so.
Yeah, so definitely keep track of us on the Facebook page and on the Twitter. We'll definitely be in touch with you guys there. One other thing, too, like Matt was saying, we're going to have the picks put up. We will guarantee one pick a day from each of us. I don't want to say we'll do all 10 in one day. I don't want to say we'll do only 2, but we will always do at least one pick a day. So we'll probably put one pick up tonight. Well, you know what? We're to probably start tomorrow because we did the extra 2 picks on air. So we did the 15 plus the IC and US title. So we'll do at least one pick a day for the next couple of days until we're about. What are we going to do? About 25 or 30?
What picks?
We're going to do another 15 additional picks each.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're
not going to do every single person. There's going to be people that we didn't draft because we're not going to have that kind of time. Who knows? Maybe we'll even talk about them the next time we do the show. We're aiming to have another episode next week. We just, like I said, we don't know an exact date yet. We're going to figure each other's schedules out, and we'll definitely get in touch with you. So please keep in touch with us on the Facebook and on the Twitter. It's been great to be back, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. And Paul, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yeah, thanks. So if you subscribe on the YouTube channel, you'll be able to find out, or you'll get the updates and the notifications when we kind of create the next event, and then you'll know when the next show's coming up. So be sure you do that. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at OT3Podcast1. Send us emails, ot3podcast@gmail.com. And Facebook, of course. It's Off the Top Turnbuckle. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Matt, do you have anything else you want to say? Oh, sorry, Paul.
That's right.
No, I just want to thank everyone in the chat room. James, Vinny and Bojo. By the way, Vinny, if you're still listening, I just want to say one night, I think a couple weeks ago, I ran into you randomly in a Destiny Iron Banner room. I think I tested Anthony the picture of it. So Vinny, I ran into you. I think I got off once I ended up getting on Rocket League with you guys. I think a little bit afterwards. But yeah, Vinny, I ran into you and you kicked my ass in it. So good job. But yeah. Thank you, you three. Thank you to everyone who paid attention. Listen to us tonight, and comment on our YouTube. Tell us what you think about our teams. Let us know. Facebook us, Twitter us. I mean, you can private message Anthony, myself, Paul. Let us know what you guys think. If you would have done anything different, we would really appreciate your feedback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know if you're hashtag Team Raw or Team SmackDown with our picks, and then in general,
That's not
overall.
fair. You know them longer.
It's based
have
on the
opinions.
roster.
Yeah.
It's not based on. Yeah. I like some of your guys better than mine. I'm not going to lie. AJ and Kevin Owens, I mean, I would trade pretty much a lot of the guys on my roster for either of those two. Even Jericho. I'm really upset about that Jericho pick. That was going to be like my 9th round pick. So we'll definitely have to talk about Jericho.
That was a good draft, that's for sure.
It was. I enjoyed it. And from all of us here, I'm very much happy to be back. And I'm sure Matt and Paul agree. I know it's been a while. We're really hoping that it's not going to be that, but summer is starting to dwindle down. You know, we're midway through, so it should be getting a little less busy for me at work here soon. So we'll definitely have more time to do more shows, at least on my behalf. And then hopefully with Matt, we'll be able to figure out something. And, of course, Paul, who's always awesome and does great work for us all the time with the producing the show. So
One more thing, for my Shipe Sports Talk show, I still have 3 spots left for my fantasy football draft. So anyone listening to wrestling that also likes fantasy football, hit me up on Facebook at Shipe Sports Talk, and we'll get you in the fantasy draft. We're doing a live draft, I think, on air, or we're going to record it and put it on air.
Yep.
So that should be fun as well.
That sounds interesting. Do we have next episode yet of Shipe Sports Talk, or not at this moment?
Not in this moment.
Okay. So everything is to be determined at this moment. Paul, did you have anything else you wanted to add before I close out?
Nope. Nothing.
All right. Well, like I said again, we're happy to be back. We're glad we finally got this draft done. I know it's a little bit of a lengthier show, and we got a little bit late on the start time, but we had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time. And like I said, sound off and let us know. Hashtag Team Raw or Team SmackDown. And we hope that you enjoyed OT3 tonight, and we'll see you again soon. Everyone have a great rest of the night, all right? Take care.
See ya.
See ya. Team SmackDown.
Hashtag Team Raw. I got to hashtag it.
Hashtag Barry Raw.
That's funny.
Yeah, look at that giant thing.